by Southwest listeners. Margot here. And I wanted to let you know that we do not have a lookup list for today that has to do with last week's episode. With these two-part ones, we've realized that it's kind of hard to separate the bonus questions into what did we cover in part one and what did we cover in part two. So we are doing a lookup list for the episode 19 and episode 20, which episode 20 comes out tomorrow, but it will be at the end of this week. So we didn't want to put out nothing though. So we actually found some old footage from before the podcast ever came out. This was on Jenna's birthday in December when we did a bunch of different games and true crime trivia stuff. We were just trying to get used to talking to each other and being on mic. And truthfully, it's pretty apparent that this is one of our first times kind of trying to record together. So I just want to put out that warning and let you know that it's a little rough. And there's a couple different sections. We do a couple little games, and then we do serial killer trivia, different than the ones we've done before. And so in between each little section, I just put some music so you know we're going to a new little game section. And yeah, that's it. I guess I shouldn't qualify this and say too much, but it's kind of just a mishmash of things. But we wanted to put out something today for those of you who actually like listening to us ramble on. And then we will have episode 20 for you tomorrow. And then the lookup list for the Stan Farr and Andrea Wilborn murders next weekend. And that's it. Happy Monday. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day and that you guys have a great week. And don't forget to look for episode 20 tomorrow morning at some point. Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay, I have one more little thing and then I'm going to let this be done. Because this one's pretty fun. We did this on Joe and Oliver, and this one's interesting. Okay, are you ready? Mm-hmm. This is called Same But Different. Okay. So we did one earlier. I said pizza, the earth, and bread. What do these things have in common?
Crust.
And you said crust, right?
Well, I didn't, but yes.
Fine. Okay. So here's the next, but you understand it now. It's what do these three very different things have in common? A joke, a whip, and a smile. These are all things that you can. Joke.
Okay, a joke, a whip, and a smile.
Yep.
You gave me a hint by saying these are all things.
I did. These are all things that you can blank. What can you do with a whip?
Slap it.
Or
whip it.
Or
crack it. Crack a smile. Crack a whip. Crack a
joke.
Okay. Well,
there you go.
I'm real bad at this game, but let's keep going.
Okay, we got a couple more, though. You're going to get this. Are you ready? Something that all three of these things have in common. St. Louis, McDonald's, and feet.
I realize my brain doesn't work in this way. Don't tell me yet, but my brain's real interesting, but not in this way.
Your brain is interesting, but
St. Louis, McDonald's, and feet.
Yes, and you're right. Your brain,
arches.
Oh my God! Yes, good job. See, your brain does work in this way. I was literally just about to say you do have a very interesting brain, even if it doesn't work in this way. What I think is cool is like testing not you, but the general you. Your brain in different ways that maybe it doesn't always work. Okay, ready? Cheese, birthday, and sheet. These are all types of
dairy. Hold on, don't tell me. Cheese, birthday.
What did I bring you today?
Cake. Mm-hmm. Cheesecake, birthday cake, sheet cake.
Yeah.
Well, you gave that right away. Let's go eat some cake.
Okay,
give me one more.
I have three more. You're going to get them.
Oh, look at that tornado. That's my second biggest fear.
Tornado? We were in a tornado before.
Not like that.
No, not like that. God, that show's actually kind of good. I didn't want to like it, but I did. Okay, ready? A car, a tree, and an elephant all have a blank.
Trunk.
Oh my God.
That one was easy.
Okay. Africa, Matador, and Little Red Riding Hood all have a...
You said Little Red Riding Hood.
Hood. Whatever.
Okay,
Africa, Matador, and Little Red Riding Hood all have a...
Something with red. Okay, don't say...
You'll get this.
Africa, Little Red Riding Hood.
And a Matador.
A bull. Africa, Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, what did she wear?
Cape. Cape Town. Cape. But does a matador, is it called a cape?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is the last one.
Look at elephants. Trunks.
Elephants make me sad.
Oh.
Because they remember.
Also, they're living their best lives until they're not.
Yeah. Honestly, all animals make me sad.
Right.
It's one of my most irritating qualities to myself that I wish I could get rid of is that like Mark put on the other day, he was like, look at this adorable thing. It's going to make you so happy on Netflix, like some sea otters. And I love sea otters.
Too cute is what I say.
Adorable. And they were cracking fish on a rock
I wanna
on their
see that.
chest. It was so adorable. And I cried.
Well, he'll get it eventually where something's too cute.
It's too cute. It just makes me sad because I just feel like they're going to not be alive.
They're not going to be alive.
I know.
Also, wouldn't you? It doesn't matter. You should watch that. I want to show you that part. That part where he takes off his wig and shows that it's like really shocking. Anyways, go on. Last one.
Last one. Okay. Days, continents, and seas. There are blank of each of these.
Infinite.
Days, continents, and seas.
7.
Yes! Nailed it.
That's easy too.
You did, that's not easy. You did really well at that. That was actually really quite well.
7 days, 7 continents, 7 seas.
Yes. It's really good. Name 3 things that are better when wet.
We're not talking sexually.
We don't have to be now.
Better when wet. Better when wet. Hold on. A water slide.
Yes.
Okay. What's the thing that you wash your car? Not a scroogey.
Squeegee.
Squeegee.
Yeah.
No?
Yep. Yep.
Wow. Really?
Well, there's no right answer.
Oh, okay. I thought you had 3.
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, there's a million 3 things that are better when
water
wet.
slide.
Water slide's amazing.
Squeegee.
It's a great answer.
And a shower.
True. I agree with that. That's fine. 3 things you should care about, but you just don't.
Health insurance.
Uh-huh.
Retirement.
Yep.
My hair.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
I don't get it cut or dyed.
That's so true. Me too. I agree with that. I mean, there's no right or wrong, so I don't have to agree, but cool. 3 things you will never be able to spell or say correctly. One of these questions earlier, I deleted it, was can you spell Jacques Cousteau? I don't think I could, and I'm a great speller.
Well, that's not like a word. Cousteau. Jacques. J-A-Q something? And Cousteau is... C-U... No, I don't know. Cousteau.
Okay, how do you spell Jacques?
J-A-Q-U-E?
Close. Jacqueus.
Okay, that's not close.
Well,
I mean,
it's
kind
just
of.
one letter.
Cousteau. C-O-U-S-T-E-U-S.
Oh my God, so close. Cousteau. You were like one off. That was actually really close. Okay. Here's a good one. 3 things that are more easily accomplished with alcohol.
I mean, do you want me to list anything and everything in my day?
Yes.
Okay.
All.
Yeah, I mean, okay. More easily accomplished.
With alcohol.
Socializing.
Yeah, good one. That's true.
Drugs.
Sure. Tattoos.
No, because you bleed more. Yes, 1-2 drinks. Yeah, so are we talking one drink? Sure. I always have a drink before I get a tattoo. I'm sure the tattoo artist does
How
not
many
enjoy
tattoos
that.
do you have?
7.
7.
I believe 7.
How many do I have?
Third thing, best done with sex or with alcohol. Sometimes, no, not drawing, not creativity. It's honestly not. Sometimes I feel it more. Like talking loud. That's the third thing.
Yeah. I think I have 8 tattoos and I don't know that for sure. I feel like I'm missing one. Okay. 3 things you can lick but not bite.
I'd say a popsicle, but you can bite that, but it
Painful.
doesn't feel good.
Right.
You can lick but not bite.
A lollipop.
Oh, yeah, same thing. You could bite it.
Be hurtful. Lick but not bite.
An ice cube.
A dick, a
Yeah,
lollipop,
they're all
an
kind
ice
of the
cube.
same kind of thing
Okay.
besides the dick.
3 things that do not get better with age. My skin.
I mean, again, what shall we not answer? Because everything, like a couch doesn't get better with age. Well, to a period, maybe a couch gets better with age.
How old is this couch?
I don't want to answer that.
Please do.
I'm not willing to.
I think it's 11 years old.
I think you're wrong.
It's older. Mm-hmm. We're at Jenna's house on her couch. And this couch, I would honestly not sleep in my bed to sleep on this couch. That's how comfortable it is.
It's from Sam Levitt's, too.
So this couch is from, where was this couch originally?
I'm not willing to say.
This couch is 15 years old. It is so comfortable. It is held up. Hughes! Hi!
Little man, little man, little man. Little
Hi,
man.
Bud. Give us a meow. Hi, Hughes.
Of course, now he won't meow. He meows all morning long.
All right, one more and then we're signing off. 3 things you can do only with your hands.
A hand job.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Or
No.
type.
Some people write with their feet.
Right, but me. Or is it the general
No,
you?
it's the general you.
Oh, okay. Well, like if people don't have hands, they can do almost anything with their feet. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You're right. You're right. You're actually right. Because I'm thinking like put in your PIN number or dial a telephone or things like that. But like you're right. If you don't have hands,
Needlepoint. But people could needlepoint with their toes.
It'd be super impressive if they did.
I think it could happen. Yeah, so like that's not actually a good one. Sorry.
Fine. Okay. 3 items that should be sold in vending machines.
Panties.
Oh my God, I would love that. Can you imagine if you could go to the
You probably can in China somewhere or in Asia. Okay, so
3
panties.
things? I think panties is great because I would love it if I could go to Fry's and pick up like seltzer water, vodka, and a new pair of panties.
Panties, cat treats, and popcorn. You can get popcorn probably. You would like panties, lemons, and hair clips or some
Yes. I'd like panties, lemons, because I like lemon in everything that I drink. Panties, lemons, and you know what I'd like a lot? Face wipes. Sometimes I forget those. Or contact solution. Like I'd like an overnight bag vending machine. Like, hey,
that's smart.
You went out.
That could sell in Asia
you
somewhere because they have all weird vending machines.
Right, like a weird little there's
up.
a couple face wipes, there's a contact holder and contact solution, there's a mini toothbrush and toothpaste, new panties,
And a Pedialyte.
And a Pedialyte.
I don't
exactly.
like
And the
Pedialyte,
little
but a
Advil.
water.
A little face wash, contact solution,
All
fresh
of those
panties.
things, yeah.
Great. Why
that's
doesn't
a good
that
idea.
exist?
I'm going to look that up.
Okay. We're going to do Who Done It Killer Trivia Edition.
Okay.
Okay. How old was Jeffrey Dahmer when he killed his first victim?
19.
Ooh, close. 18.
Oh, well.
After dropping out of Ohio State University, Dahmer joined the Army at his father's suggestion. What was he trained as in the Army?
Something medical. A physician assistant?
Wow, that's really impressive. I watched that whole Dahmer show and I wouldn't have known this. He was trained as a combat medic.
Okay.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
That was it basically.
Well, I did watch the show.
But I did too, but that wasn't part of it, was it?
Uh-huh.
When he went in the Army?
Uh-huh.
It was.
It's a whole episode.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm. I was drinking through that episode perhaps.
Me too.
Okay. What famous serial killer spent a year at the University of Puget Sound before transferring to the University of Washington in 1966 to study Chinese? You have three options.
Thank you.
Ted Bundy, Richard Ramirez, or Charles Manson?
Ted Bundy.
Yes. Did you know that or did you guess?
Well, I guessed because I knew Manson, California-ish, I think.
Yep.
And Ramirez, I think, is California-ish.
I think Richard Ramirez is the Zodiac killer.
Which is who? Where?
In LA, I believe.
Okay, yeah. That's so, yeah.
I meant to look that up.
I deduced. I
deduced.
I didn't randomly guess, but I guessed with a deduction of others.
Richard, no, that's so interesting.
Oh.
Okay, so Richard Ramirez was dubbed the Night Stalker in California. Yeah.
Okay.
So who's the Zodiac killer then?
I don't know.
Oh, he was never found, I don't think. I think
Where were his killings?
Northern California.
Oh, okay. So all California. So that's
Most
why.
famous unsolved murder cases in American history. He's never been caught.
And when were his
1968 and 69.
He's probably fucking dead now.
5 confirmed dead, 2 injured, possibly 20 to 28 total dead. He's claimed, because remember he sent letters. If you watch that Gyllenhaal movie, he would send letters to the San Francisco Chronicle or something, saying I've killed this many, I'm killing these many. He sent letters basically, but never signed them. So potentially he is claimed to kill 37, but he's never been caught. The
And
Zodiac
no
killer.
victims have, because you said a couple he didn't kill. Didn't he not kill?
2 injured.
So no one's ever come forward.
Well, no, but I mean, yes, I guess 5 confirmed dead, 2 injured, but no one's ever been able to catch him or identify him. That's
probably dead
so
now.
Crazy.
He's probably dead now.
The Zodiac Killer is the pseudonym of an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California in the late 1960s. The case has been described as the most famous unsolved murder case in American history.
That was over 50 years ago.
He murdered 5 known victims in the San Francisco Bay Area between December 68 and October 69. He targeted young couples and a lone male cab driver. 2 of his wounded victims survived. He's claimed to have murdered 37 victims.
Wow, he was a swift killer if he got away with it.
He has. He coined his name in a series of taunting letters and cards that he mailed to regional newspapers in which he threatened killing sprees and bombings if they were not printed. Some of the letters included cryptograms or ciphers in which the killer claimed that he was collecting his victims as slaves for the afterlife. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. He had all kinds of situations in his brain.
Have you not seen that movie?
I don't know. Maybe I have, but not closely.
With Gyllenhaal and Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo.
I might have, but it doesn't really stick, so I'll have to watch it again.
You should. It's one of my. I think that's one of my favorites. We got a little off there, but that's interesting. So Richard Ramirez is the Night Stalker. The Zodiac Killer has no name because he's never been caught.
Just Northern California?
California Killer, yeah. Okay. What serial killer had so many bodies crammed underneath his house that the bodies melted together and the bones had to be sorted for more than 2 years to put together the full skeletons? Your options are Jeffrey Dahmer, the Zodiac Killer, or John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that, but I deduced.
How though? Okay, so but Jeffrey Dahmer had bodies under his
but he didn't
thing.
own a home with a deck or whatever. He lived in that shitty ass apartment. And what was the other option? The Zodiac Killer. Mm-hmm. And it seems like he wasn't like having a home base. So yeah.
Yeah.
Deduction.
Do you know who John Wayne Gacy is?
A guy that let bodies melt together under his something.
He's from Chicago, Illinois. He is an American serial killer and sex offender who raped, tortured, and murdered at least 33 young men and boys. He regularly performed at children's hospitals and charitable events as Pogo the Clown or Patches the Clown.
Ew.
Yeah.
When was this? In the 80s?
He became known as the Killer Clown due to his public services as a clown prior to the discovery of his crimes. It was in the, he was born in 42. He died in 94. So in the 80s, 1967 to 1978. Wow. 11 years.
He was caught though.
He was caught. He was
died
convicted
in prison?
of the, sentenced to 10 years imprisonment, but served 18 months. He murdered his first victim in 1972, murdered twice more by the end of 75, and murdered at least 30 subsequent victims after his divorce from his second wife in 76. Wow.
He was only convicted to 10 years?
That was for sodomy. That was his first conviction. His conviction for 33 murders then covered the most homicides in United States legal history. He was sentenced to death on March 13th, 1980.
Oh, by lethal injection?
Yep, at the Stateville Correctional Center on May 10th, 1994. That's when he actually died. He was sentenced to it in 1980. He didn't get put to death until 1994.
Oh, this makes me think of something that's going to take us way off topic.
Wow.
That show you told me to watch with that guy that grew up in Italy with the glasses, that's in Julie and Julia, the husband of Julia Childs. He plays the husband of Julia Childs, bald guy with the glasses.
Stanley Tucci?
Thank you. That show where he's a prison mate, or prison.
Inside Man.
Yep. And he's sentenced to death.
Mm-hmm.
His buddy indicates that he was going to be death
Executed.
penalized, but he claimed to be a Buddhist, and they didn't have a Buddhist on hand, so they couldn't death penalize him.
They couldn't execute him.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great. Okay. What kind of factory did Jeffrey Dahmer work in for 6 years before being fired?
Factory. Plastics factory?
A chocolate factory called Ambrosia Chocolate.
Beautiful.
That's weird.
They showed that on the movie, the series too.
They did?
Briefly, I believe very briefly.
See, the only thing I remember seeing him work at is the sausage making
Oh, yeah,
place.
he did. And then he got fired.
Right.
Yeah.
They showed him at a chocolate factory?
I could be wrong, but I think.
You might be right. Okay, this one's interesting. I didn't know this. 63-year-old Anna Williams in 1979 went out. And while she was out, BTK, a serial killer, entered her home and waited for her to arrive home with the intention of killing her. When she didn't return home at her normal time, because he had been tracking her, he gave up and left. But Anna Williams later found out just how close she came to death when BTK did what?
I don't get options.
No. Use your imagination.
Also, BTK, and I know I'm wrong, but BTK reminds me of the K-pop BTW?
BTS.
BTS, thank you. Okay, so she didn't get killed that night.
Yeah, he was waiting for her.
He left. She came back.
And there's no sign of him, nothing.
But
and then
somehow she knew, I was this close.
A few weeks later, she found out, fuck, I almost got killed.
And this was in 1979.
Yep.
He left his cowboy boots there. No.
Ooh, that's a kind of
I don't know.
Interesting take.
Her neighbor said, last night I saw this fellow come to your home.
Fellow.
That's all I got.
He sent the belongings that he had stolen from her back to her at her home, as well as a poem titled, "Oh, Anna, why didn't you appear?" How creepy is that?
Is he trying to get caught?
Right?
Did he ever get caught?
The BTK killer, I believe he did.
Well, he wanted it, apparently.
Yeah, he did. He got convicted of murder, 10 counts of murder. Yeah, and he had life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for 175 years, 10 consecutive life sentences.
Is he still alive? Is he still alive?
Yes, he's 77.
Where is he?
He is at the El Dorado Correctional Facility, I want to say in
Texas?
Kansas.
I'm going to write him a letter.
Do it.
You know, people write like these.
Oh my God, write him a letter and get a letter back. That'd be so interesting.
Well, I think a lot of these serial killers, and people write letters out of, I don't know what is going on in their psyche, but I could just write one not pretending, but saying like, I'm really interested in you.
Well, you could be really interested.
But I'm
you're
not.
Now you're a podcast host now of a true crime podcast.
I don't want to give into the like adoration of him. I'm interested in the story.
Well, you're also a therapist, so could you be interested in the psychopathy behind it? Is that a word?
I don't think so, and no.
It's not? Well, psychopathy?
Well, it might be. I don't think it's a word, and also I'm not interested. It makes me think of sarcophagus, but no. Psychopathology?
Which makes me think of the pyramids.
But it's psychopathology. But also, I'm not interested in the psychopathology. I don't want to like put him on a little pedestal. I don't want to. But nonetheless, I can say whatever I'm going to say and try and get a letter back. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, psychopathy is not a thing. It's psychopathy. Is a neuropsychiatric disorder marked by...
That's the same thing, isn't it? Maybe it's pronounced how you pronounce it.
Psychopathy. Maybe it is. Psychopathy. Yeah, I think it might be.
It's the same thing.
A neuropsychotic disorder marked by deficient emotional responses, lack of empathy, and poor behavioral controls.
Well, and you said it how? Psychopathy?
Mm-hmm. I thought it meant like the psychiatrics behind something.
That's psychopathology.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so
also,
I was wrong.
but that's a real word.
It's a word, but I was using it incorrectly. Psychopathy. It'd be interesting to write him a letter, though. It's weird that he's still alive. Think about how many people are probably writing him letters.
A lot.
Yeah, tons. I feel like that's an interesting sidebar conversation that we could have, because you have expertise and training on that, about like, why might someone do that? Like, what might drive someone to write a serial killer a letter? We don't have to talk about it now, but like, it could be an interesting future conversation.
Also, I have no idea. Also, I want to write it. Well, you could see the spectrum of reasons, and my reason would be because we're doing a true crime podcast.
Totally, of course.
And also, and also, some people do it because they become like weirdly attached, I'm sure, or fascinated, or I don't know. I'm just going to write it and say, I'm going to try and be truthful.
Okay.
I'd be interested. And say,
hey, how cool that would be if he wrote you back.
Hey, bro, I'm going to send him a sticker.
Yes, send him a sticker. Ooh,
He's going to send it back.
Send him a Death by Southwest sticker.
It's going to be all return to sender.
No way. He's going to stick it in his, I almost said bunker, but cell. Okay, complete this sentence. Ted Bundy. In my notes, it says Ted Bunny because it autocorrects.
That'd be better.
Ted Bundy confessed to killing more than blank people in over blank states?
33 in over 7 states.
What the fuck,
Okay,
dude?
that was a full-on guess. I mean, yes, I saw the thing.
Ted Bundy confessed to killing more than 30 people in over 7 states.
Wow,
That's
7?
literally
Wow.
the answer. That's so impressive.
All you listeners, go back in the docu-series or not. What?
Yeah,
it's a
docu-series.
drama series.
It's a docuseries. Well, there's both. There's the
Docu-series doesn't mean it's their actual people.
well, the Ted Bundy. There is an actual docuseries where it's
them.
a documentary.
Okay.
And then there's the docuseries, but it's dramatized with Zac Efron.
Wait, we're talking about Ted Bundy.
Yeah, not Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. Oh, then I totally guessed.
Yeah.
Oh, good
You
brain.
did a great job.
Good brain.
Good job, brain. What famous serial killer began as an arsonist by setting over 1,400 fires in New York City and dutifully recording them in his journal, all before he ever took out his first victim? You have options.
Thank God.
Your options are David Berkowitz, a.k.a. the Son of Sam, Richard Ramirez, a.k.a. the Night Stalker, or Charles Manson.
Son of Sam.
Yes, because he knew it was New York.
Well, also I heard Berkowitz. Jews.
And he thought New York. That's actually good. That's good. That's
Even before
good
you said the
detective
second
work.
the second and third option, I thought, oh, that might be him because
Yeah.
Jewy.
Okay.
We're allowed to say that.
We are, because we're Jewish. Half Jewish at the very least.
No. If your mother's Jewish, you're full Jewish. You don't have to identify that way. I don't. And also, we qualify. Well, I should cut this, Josh.
Josh isn't editing
I
this.
know.
I think that, like, if our mom, which mom was Jewish, dad is Catholic, I think that, yes, if we wanted to, we could identify as wholly Jewish, like completely
No, you don't have to
Jewish.
think. That is a fact. If
Yes.
your mother is Jewish.
You are Jewish. Also, I think that you also have the option to identify as, I am half Jewish and half Catholic.
Jew-ish. Jew.
I am Jew-ish.
Yeah. That's how I
true.
identify.
I like that. Okay. What famous serial killer had so many bodies in his apartment that he ran out of room and stored one victim in his bathtub and proceeded to shower over that victim every day for a month? You have options: Jeffrey Dahmer, Dennis Rader, which was the BTK, or John Wayne Gacy.
This one's challenging. My first instinct is Dahmer, but I don't know.
You are correct. Your first instinct is correct. Jeffrey Dahmer. Shower over his victim for a month. Can you imagine what that body would have been like after a month in the bathtub? It's not like there's no coolingness happening. He's just rotting.
Especially if it's moist from the water.
Gross.
What part of the body?
No, his whole body was in the bathtub. He put his whole body in the bathtub.
Was he clothed? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay, what lesser known serial killer would kidnap women and turn them loose in the Alaskan wilderness, where he would then hunt them down like animals and kill them? Dennis Rader, aka BTK, David Berkowitz, or Robert Hansen?
Robert Hansen.
Tell us how you came to that answer.
Because I haven't heard of him yet.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember who BTK is, but I know I've heard of him, and I would have heard if he was hunting people like a bear in Alaska.
Yeah, I actually read about that the other day and then came across it today. Weird, right? He would kidnap them and like torture them a little bit and then be like, I'm going to hunt you. You have to run. And
Do you
he
think
would keep
he
them
would say
bound.
that to them?
Yeah, yes, he would say that to them. He'd keep them bound up for several days and then he'd be like, I'm going to hunt you. Run. And he'd set them free, give them a head start, and then hunt them through Alaska. And
With a gun?
With a gun, with an arrow.
Did he get all of them, or did anyone get free?
Apparently he got all of them from what I know. So the BTK killer is a good question. So Dennis Rader was a serial killer that operated in Kansas and gave himself the acronym BTK. What do you think this stood for?
Kansas.
Yes, it took place in
The
Kansas.
state of Kansas.
The state of Kansas.
And what was the era? The year-ish? 70s,
70s,
something?
80s.
BTK.
Yeah, what is
and you
BTK?
never said his full name or anything.
Dennis Rader.
Oh, Dennis Rader is BTK. Okay.
But he gave himself that acronym.
Right.
BTK. So what do you think it stood for?
Bodies that know.
Wow. Okay, that totally would have worked. It's wrong.
Well, yeah, it would work with the acronym, but
Bodies that know. Bind, torture, kill.
oof.
Yep. Okay, this is the last trivia question. This famous serial killer once claimed that his neighbor's dog contained the soul of a 6,000-year-old man named Sam that was controlling him and forcing him to kill. Who was it? Your options are David Berkowitz, Gary Ridgway, which is the Green River Killer in Pacific Northwest, or H.H. Holmes.
H.H. Holmes.
No. Shit. David Berkowitz, the son of Sam.
New York guy. Say what he did again. His
He-
neighbor's dog.
So he claimed, when he was caught, they asked, like, why did you do this? What pushed you to be a killer like this? And he said, my neighbor's dog has the soul of a 6,000-year-old man named Sam. And that man, Sam, in my neighbor's dog, is controlling me and forcing me to kill people.
He could have actually believed that. And also, part of me thinks he's just talking shit now. He knows he's fucked.